Oops, that's not the right thing. There we go. Alright. To Lothering. Oh, nope, can't run down that. Just make sure there's nothing hiding. Alright. Binathol.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your lordship, if I might speak.
All that dust.
You have declared yourself Queen Anora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good.
Glistening.
But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
All the gasps.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Banon will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Van Tegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Van Tegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, Your Majesty?
Bom, bom, bom. Just slapped her in the face with that. My doggy! Oh my gosh, what should we name the dog? The last dog I actually did name after Angus. I just called him Beef.
Never any shortage of these ones.
How dare you knock my dog on the ground? Shame on you. Oh, I don't... Oh my god.
Let's finish this.
Ah, shit. Okay. Just take a little drink.
Now we get our hands dirty.
Hello, good boy.
I think he was out there looking for you. He's chosen you. Mabari are like that. They call it imprinting.
Does this mean we're going to have this mangy beast following us about now? Wonderful.
He's not mangy.
I've always wanted a dog like this. Maybe it's meant to be. But I don't want a dog. Too much responsibility. If you like him, you can have him. He can come, but he'd better make himself useful. No, I've always wanted a dog like this. Yes, happy bark. Good. Only the cutest name for the cutest guy.
Yeah.
Do you have an injury? You don't. You're good. Okay, let's get this death root. See if there's anything else. Nope. Okay. Do.
Wake up, gentlemen. More travelers to attend to. Led by an elf, of all things.
They don't look much like them others, you know. Maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers.
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now, is that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers, and you're free to move on.
You should listen to your friend. We're not refugees. Toll collectors. I don't have that kind of coin. Very well. Yeah.
I tell you,
listen to your friends.
No wagons, and this one looks armed.
The toll applies to everyone, Heinrich. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, refugee tax.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee, you still gotta pay.
Forget it, I'm not paying.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse then. Those are the rules.
Oh. Those are the rules. Them's the rules. You could certainly try. Do you really want to fight a Grey Warden? I kind of want their stuff, so...
Well, this is going nowhere. Let's finish this, gents.
Now, let's see. Which one first?
All right, we surrender. We're just trying to get by before the Darkspawn get us all.
We'll fucking stop.
Yes, of course. We should have been more careful. I'm sorry.
Now you die, that's all you deserve. Want some questions answered? I'm turning you into the authorities. If you follow my lead, I could use some soldiers. Hand over everything you've stolen. Start running and don't come back.
There aren't
Let's
any.
trim
Just the Templars, and they'll execute me.
They'll do what they must. Come with me. Well, then I'll execute
I'm
you
not
here.
going down without a...
You're pretty much already down, man.
Down you go.
Oh no!
Good work, team. We're better together. Oop, and we got some notes to read. Oh, an update on our Genlocks. I think I already read that. Ogres. Towering over their darkspawn kin, the massive ogres are a rare sight on the battlefield. Traditionally, they only appear during a blight, but some records claim that ogres have been spotted in the deep roads, hunting alone or in small groups. At least one report by the Grey Wardens claimed that an ogre was spotted alone in the Kokari Wilds in 919 Dragon. Though it was weakened and easily dispatched, up to 100 of these creatures can accompany a darkspawn horde at any one time during a blight, often using their great strength to burst through fortifications and demolish the front lines of an opposing army. They use brute force to charge their enemies like bulls, slam the ground with their fists, and shake enemies off their feet, and hurl giant rocks into the face of oncoming foes. Melee can be difficult against a giant that snatches a warrior up in one hand, crushing the life out of him, or beating him into oblivion with the other hand. The nimble can try to wiggle his way free, or an ally can attempt an array of stunning blows on an ogre to free the comrade in danger. Grey Warden lore urges caution when slaying an ogre. Unless it is ensured that they have received a major wound to the head or the heart, it is possible that they are lying dormant and will regenerate to full health within a matter of minutes. During a blight, most Grey Wardens recommend burning all darkspawn to ashes. Dead ogres in particular. Lothering. In ancient times, Lothering was little more than a trading post that served the fortresses of Ostagar to the south. Nowadays, it is larger, serving Redcliffe and the community of merchants and service dwarves near Orzammar. Its location on the North Road gives it strategic value, so control over Lothering has historically been a matter of contention between the Southern Banner and the South Reach Arling. King Callan had himself stepped in and awarded the town to South Reach in the Exalted Age, which has largely ended the feud, or at least the appearance of it. Brother Genetivi. Our guy, our man. Okay. Oh my god, so many updates on these characters. His mother was a servant girl who died when Alistair was very young. He was raised by Eamon Garin, Earl of Redcliffe. Queen Anora. We've been given the gift of freedom by our forebears. Let us not squander it. Only child of Loghain. She wielded the power and is held in much higher esteem than her husband by the people of Ferelden, nobility and commoners alike. Commands respect even of foreign nations, and has once inspired Empress Celine of Orlais to declare Anora of Ferelden is solitary rose among brambles. King Callan fell in the Battle of Ostagar. Oh, Sir Catherine. Some of us know what honor and loyalty are. Catherine came to Loghain's service the hard way. She belonged to a poor family and was out doing work on the farm when she saw a man on horseback being attacked by several bandits. She rushed to his assistance and found out belatedly that the man she saved was none other than the great hero Loghain. Though she was hardly more than a child, he took her in, offering her a position with his soldiers, and she climbed through the ranks through sheer determination. Becoming the commander of Merrick's Shield, Loghain's elite soldiers, was the proudest moment of her life. Ferelden proverb. The Mabari is clever enough to speak, and wise enough to know not to. Tiriani found this Mabari in the camp at Ostagar. His master was killed in the wilds, and Barkspawn fell ill from biting the Darkspawn. Just telling us that he was killed, because we totally want to know that. Nobility does not exist without obligation. We owe all we have, even our lives, to our land and our people. As the maternal uncle of King Caitlin, Arl Eamon is one of the king's most trusted advisors. Redcliffe, while not large or especially wealthy part of Ferelden, is a critical strategic location. The fortress guards the western path that leads to Orlais, as well as the major trade routes in Orzammar. A well-respected man, though not the most charismatic, King Caitlin once said of him, "My uncle Eamon is a man everyone thinks well of, when they remember to think of him at all." Okay. Flemeth. You are required to do nothing, least of all believe. Ages ago, legend says Ban Konobar took wife a beautiful young woman who harbored a secret talent for magic, Flemeth of Highever. And for a time they lived happily until the arrival of a young poet, Osen, who captured the lady's heart with his verse. They turned to the chastened tribes for help and hid from Konobar's wrath in the wilds, until word came to them that Konobar lay dying. His last wish was to see Flemeth's face one final time. The lovers returned, but it was a trap. Konobar killed Osen and imprisoned Flemeth in the highest tower of the castle. In grief and rage, Flemeth worked a spell to summon a spirit into this world to wreak vengeance upon her husband. Vengeance she received, but not as she planned. The spirit took possession of her, turning Flemeth into an abomination. A twisted, maddened creature, she slaughtered Konobar and all his men, and fled back into the wilds. For 100 years, Flemeth plotted, stealing men from the chastened to sire monstrous daughters. Horrific things that could kill a man with fear. These Kukari witches led an army of chastened from the wilds to strike at the Alamari tribes. They were defeated by the hero Cormac, and all the witches burned, so they say. But even now, the wilders whisper that Flemeth lives on in the marsh. She and her daughters steal those men who come too near. Morrigan's mother saved the last Grey Wardens from death at the top of the Tower of Ashal. But just who or what Flemeth truly is a mystery. Okay. The Bannerl will not bow to you simply because you demand it. Younger brother of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe and uncle to King Caitlin, Tegan holds the Bannerl for Rainsfere, a tiny province of Redcliffe squeezed between the Frostback Mountains and Lake Callanhead. Ban Tegan avoids the Denerim court except to go hunting with his nephew, and rarely makes himself heard at the Landsmeet, preferring to leave politics to his brother. A note from Sir Henrik. So many of my fellow knights have been searching for the urn. Surely one of them must have found Brother Genetivi by now. Still, until I hear that all is well, I must proceed as planned. Brother Genetivi holds the key to finding the urn of sacred ashes. We always knew this, but I believe I know where Brother Genetivi lies. I have been to his home in Denerim and found the trail, and I am amazed the other knights have not done likewise, unless they have? No, it is best not to get caught up in the thoughts of conspiracy. Sir Donal awaits my report in Lothering. I must go to him immediately and report what I have learned. Should anyone find these ramblings, all I ask is that he be informed of my fate. I pray that he complete what I cannot. Oh, party approval. Inventory overload. Okay. Hope someone's gonna have to make a trap for that lady, even though it's not gonna help her.
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, So you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing?
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
Just get to the point. What did you want to talk about, Alistair? You have been very quiet, Alistair. Leave him alone, Morrigan.
His navel, I suspect. He certainly has been contemplating it for long enough.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
To discover.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
Okay, I'll figure it out. Let's just get going. We need to hear some news before we can decide. You have some thoughts on that point, Alistair? We should try and use the treaties, I assume.
Have you looked at them? There are three main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
Do we need to find these people? Is there a way to contact the Grey Wardens? What do you think we should do, Morgan?
Short of leaving Ferelden to seek them out, the only place to send word to would be Weishaupt Fortress. And that's thousands of miles away.
Okay, then we need to find
I can give you directions, if you like. He'll be at Castle Redcliffe, in the far western part of Ferelden, next to the mountain passes. If he isn't there, someone will be able to tell us where he is. If we head eastward towards the Basilian Forest, we should hear word of one of the clans that wanders that area. Hopefully they will still be there. We would need to speak to their king in Orzammar. That means heading west into the Frostback Mountains, which won't be easy. That will be at their tower on Lake Carlenhard to the north. We'll be looking for the first enchanter, whoever that is. If he isn't out in the field with his army, he's probably going to be at the palace in Denerim. We can go to Denerim, but somehow I suspect that they're not going to let us just walk around. Only a suspicion, of course. Then you have a plan. Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.
But first, we're covered in blood. Barkspawn, can you fix that? Can you do something about this gory mess? Yes, of course you can, good boy. Okay, well, at least I'm not bloody. See anything interesting? Aw, that's okay. What secrets can you uncover?
I have a wonder, Alistair, if you will indulge me.
Do I have a choice?
Of the two of you that remain, are you not the senior Grey Warden here? I find it curious that you allow another to lead while you follow.
You find that curious, do you?
In fact, you defer to a new recruit. Is this the policy of the Grey Wardens, or simply a personal one?
What do you want to hear? That I prefer to follow? I do.
You sound so very defensive.
Couldn't you crawl into a bush somewhere and die? That would be great, thanks.
Can't you crawl into a bush somewhere and die? That would be great. Thanks.
Need something? I don't generally talk to strange elves who wander in here.
Alright then. Damn.
You still look like trouble. We got plenty of that with the war now. No. Beg pardon and all. I should mind my manners.
Mm-hmm.
Can't promise I'm gonna answer them.
You know what? That's fair. You were honest.
Were? You mean they're gone? Well, goody for you. Now there's no one to drive off the blighted refugees. Sir Brian's will be glad, though. He's been talking about offering a reward for anyone who'd run them out. You could talk to the Elder, though she's got her hands full getting everyone on their way. For now, most folks go to Sir Bryant. He's head of the Chantry's Templars. Don't let me stop you.
Right. Well, you mean you fucking tried earlier, so... Just gonna collect some stuff. Oh, I could have went right through there. Small child.
You there. If you're looking for safe shelter, I'll warn you. There's none to be found. Move on if you can. Lothering's lost.
Damn.
Thieves prey on the unfortunate
Let's ask
whenever
him
they
about
get
the
the
bandits.
chance. We've had refugees streaming from the south for the last 2 days. The Chantry and Tavern are full to bursting. There simply isn't enough food to go around, and we
Full
Templars
to
can barely
bursting.
keep order. You'd be better off elsewhere, my friend.
Ooh. Thanks for the
Good
warning.
luck wherever you might go.
Ah, look how they moan.
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman? Didn't I mention profit?
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more. Would it help these folks if they could buy no goods at all?
They
Unscrupulous.
spend their very last coin because they are desperate, and this man preys upon them.
Ah, I'm not arguing anymore. Drive off this woman and get your 100 silvers. Perhaps. If that woman agrees I'm allowed to charge something.
Do what you must, so long as the prices do not beggar the needy.
Fine, fine, done. And since you don't look too needy, normal prices for you.
So, we have come to solve every trouble in the village personally. My, but the Darkspawn will be impressed.
Thank you for your generous assistance.
Shut the fuck up,
May
Morgan.
the Maker watch over your path.
Oops.
Don't suppose you're looking to buy something? All right.
Okay, so that. Jesus Christ. That's great. Okay, that's got +2 attacks. We'll just hold on to it for right now. Just to buy a few things off ya. Okay, don't need any of that. Gosh, I don't know if I can sell the topaz. I think I'm gonna keep that.
Over with.
Alright.
Greetings to you, milady. If it isn't too much to ask, might you be able to spare some bread? We thought it would be safer in Lothering.
What happened to you?
That the Terran would bring his soldiers here. But bandits attacked us and took everything. Our food, our clothes, my daughter's pet lamb. Nobody cares about a few elves like us. Surely you understand. You
I meant those
killed
bandits.
them?
They're dead
That's
now.
wonderful news. Perhaps our belongings are still there.
I can't thank you enough, friend. Even if we don't get everything back, it's good to know others will be safe.
Yep, happy to help.
I don't like this. Have you seen my mother?
Oh no, he lost his mother.
She's really tall, and she has red hair. We live on a big farmhold, all of us. Some mean men with swords came, and Mother told me to run to the village as fast as I could, so I did. She said she'd be right behind me, but I've been waiting and waiting, and I can't see her.
Oof.
Mother said I wasn't to go with anyone. I'm supposed to wait for her here, in the village. I will, but only if I don't find Mother first. So, are you really an elf? Father says elves aren't very nice, but you're nicer than everybody here. Thank you for helping me.
Sure thing, little kid. Anything for the youth.
We were lucky. We had the coin to pay the toll to those bandits.
Where are you from?
Many didn't.
And Eileen spoke unto the masses, my hearth is yours, my bread is yours, my life is yours. For all who walk in the sight of the Maker are one.
Go with
Blessed are the
anything of
peacekeepers,
interest.
champions of the just.
Okay. Bandits everywhere. Three bandit groups, Northern Wood. And we'll get 3 sovereigns for it.
The legions of evil are on your doorstep.
The legions of
They will
evil.
feast upon our hearts. There is no
Evil.
This evil will cover the world
Evil.
like a plague of locusts.
Please, you're scaring the children.
Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at
Jesus
dogs'
Christ.
hands. There!
One of their minions is already amongst us! This woman bears their evil stench! Can you not see the vile blackness that fills her?
Honestly, I'm like kind of surprised that this guy can sense that we have darkspawn within us. Like, that's kind of crazy. I guess we'll just... Why don't you
I
keep
watch
this down?
the Black Horde descend on my people! I will not be silent!
Please stop! Somebody shut his mouth!
But isn't he right? The ban left us. We're going to die.
This minion is but the first of those who will destroy us! No! I have seen them! You cannot run! You cannot fight!
I've also seen them, bro. And I fought them.
There is nothing to do! No hope is left!
There's always hope. Could you cluck like a chicken when you do that? That's it. Time to put you out of your misery.
Darkspawn will feast on our flesh! Everyone will die! Your king is dead! There is no hope!
We can't escape the blight!
Will you listen to him? He's been at it for hours now.
You again! Can you all not smell the evil? This one is tainted!
Ooh, better tainted by blood than
No,
fear.
I have seen them! You cannot! My family, my clan.
Here, let's actually ask him some
butchered
questions.
them all. Some of us fled here, but we cannot escape the darkspawn.
That must have been horrible. How did you escape?
I ran, hearing my wife's screams as they dragged her off. She had hair the same color as yours.
Oh.
You were right.
Okay, wow, that was actually the method.
He was right, wasn't he? There's no hope for us. You're right.
There's always hope. Muster your courage.
We can't give up.
But we can't fight. What are we supposed to do?
We can't lie down and die either. We must go north to Dinnerin.
That's right. Pack up your bags. Oh, Sir Donald?
If you
No,
seek
Sir
refuge in
Merrin.
the Chantry, there's simply no room left. So many are coming to us.
Do I look like a
No
refugee to you?
assumptions. Priests are within if you
That's
wish to offer
okay,
devotion
that's
to
fair.
the Maker, however. May he protect us all. Were?
Did you know their band
Did
is
you
on the
drive them
highway?
off? Well, Sir Bryant will appreciate that. Not since Tairn Loghain passed
heard
by with
any
his
news?
army. It's a shame about the king. But with the Darkspawn coming, few can think of anything else. Make her watch
Alright,
over
bye.
you.
Oh, right.
Please, we came here to get away.
Refugees,
There's word of Darkspawn
refugees.
stragglers. No sign of the main horde.
A book. The First Blight, Chapter 1. Job board. Okay. The First Blight, Chapter 1. Thedas is a land of fierce diversity, from the assassin princes of Antiva to the fated griffins of the Anderfels. But in my travels I have found one tale that unites the people of this land. It is a story of pride and damnation, and although the telling differs, the essence of the tale remains the same. At the height of its power, the Tevinter Imperiums stretch over much of Thedas, uniting the known world under the rule of the tyrannical magisters. It is said that the old gods whom the Magisters worshipped gave them the knowledge of blood magic, and the Magisters used this forbidden power to cement their rule. The blood of the elven slaves and humans alike ran down imperial altars to fuel Magister greed. The tales of their excesses so horrifying that one can only be grateful that blood magic is prohibited today. But all that stands tall must eventually fall. Perhaps they foresaw their ruin, or perhaps their pride knew no bounds. But whatever the reason, the Magisters dared to open a magical portal into the Golden City at the heart of the Fade. They sought to usurp the Maker's throne, long left unattended in the Golden City after the Maker turned his back on his creations. They would storm heaven itself with their power and become as gods. This is what the Chantry, in its oft-exercised tendency to understate, refers to as the second sin. According to most versions of the tale, the Magisters did indeed reach the Golden City and walked into the home of the Maker, where no living being before them had dared, or been able to tread. But humanity is not meant to walk in heaven. The Magisters were wicked with pride and other sins, and their presence tainted the Golden City. What once was perfect, a holy citadel, became a twisted home of darkness and nightmares. The Magisters were expelled back through their gateway and cursed for their treachery. As the Golden City had been tainted, so were the Magisters twisted and transformed into things of darkness, the very first of the Darkspawn. The Golden City, once a shining beacon at the heart of the Fade, became the Black City, a reminder of all that man's pride has cost. From Tales of the Destruction of Thedas by Brother Genetivi. What's this? Alright.
We are the only hope of protection this village has now, and I will not abandon them.
Excuse me.
That is all. May the Maker have mercy on us.
Are you here to see the
Farmer?
Reverend Mother too? I came to ask for a blessing. With my family abandoning the farm to flee north, we'll need all the grace the Maker can offer. Well, good luck to you. I need to get underway. If I'm lucky, I'll make it back to the farmhold by nightfall.
Okay, you probably don't want to go back to the farmhold, bruh.
Yes,
hey,
my lady.
Sir Bryant.
Who might you
owe
be?
me.
I am Sir Bryant,
We'll
commander
spare
of
their
Lothering's
name. No
remaining
need to
Templars.
tell him we're a Grey Warden.
You don't seem like the other refugees. Are you one of Arl Eamon's knights? Some have in recent days. Arl Eamon has fallen ill, and his knights are on a quest for the sacred urn filled with Andraste's ashes, said to cure any malady. He must be very ill if they chase miracles as the only cure. One of the Arl's knights, Sir Donnell, is here searching for fantasies while... Never mind. Ask him if you care about this foolishness.
Okay, about the
Maker's
bandits.
breath. How many times must we drive them off?
Well,
All
they
of
won't
them?
bother you again.
By yourself?
It's true.
Well, with my
I saw it
squad.
from my post. It was over so fast, we didn't even have time to get over there.
Sad that it needed to come to that. But then they asked for it.
I mean, I suppose
Will
it
you
didn't
accept
need
a small
to.
reward for your service? I wish I could afford such help, to be truthful. Take your reward, at any rate. It is all I have to offer. If it interests you, there is a Chanter's board outside full of quests that need doing. The Chanters even offer pay for some of them. Now, unless there's something else you need.
Need
If the
some
matter is
information.
important, certainly. Other than the
Recent news.
Darkspawn horde bearing down on us, none of it is good. Teon Loghain is set to declare himself king, I hear. Disaster piled on disaster.
Oh my. King Kalen has no
None
heir.
that we know of. Teon Loghain has no legitimate claim on the throne. He may be a hero, and his daughter may be queen, but he is a commoner, and the king's corpse is barely cold. If Arl Eamon was able to intervene, perhaps it would not have gone this far. I do not care who takes the throne. Only fools fight over who owns a cottage while it burns down around them.
Only fools fight over a cottage while it burns down around them. Yes. On who owns a cottage. Okay.
The revered mother
in charge
leads
here?
this flock. I merely command her Templars. Normally, our role is to protect the Chantry and seek out unsanctioned magic. For now, it is all we can do to protect the innocent. Our ban was
Only
summoned by
protection they
Tairn
have?
Loghain, and he took his soldiers north with him. Lothering has been abandoned. In her study, no doubt, preparing what she will take when we eventually evacuate. Travel safely.
Alright, then let's get out of here.
And may the Maker watch over you.
Okay. Oh, maybe she's in Redcliffe. I thought that she was here, though.
Who?
Oh, there's Sir Donald.
I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach.
Sir Donald?
You were turned around.
Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to Tairn Loghain.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Loghain straight soon enough.
So you're here looking for the Urn of Sacred Ashes, then?
I am indeed. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness. But I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims.
No, don't let your hope dim. Shouldn't you be fleeing Darkspawn? Hoping to meet that guy, in fact.
What?
Here.
And you have his
Sir
locket?
Henrik.
And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise. Thank you.
I dealt with bandits.
I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest. I expected to take advantage of the Chantry's library, in fact, but my skills are better suited to battle than chasing down tales. My mission takes priority,
The Darkspawn.
but I fear I shall be returning to Redcliffe with nothing to show for my efforts. Why is that, if I may ask?
This Arl?
I see. The Arl is a popular man, it's true. Tairn Loghain, however, is a hero throughout Ferelden. Whatever the Tairn has done or not done, the Arl remains ill, or worse. That is my primary concern. The Arl fell ill before the king died. But what if Loghain planned that too? Oh, such thoughts do not sit well with me.
We should see what's happening in Redcliffe ourselves. I believe that now more than ever.
If nothing else, I am certain you would be welcomed at Castle Redcliffe. The Arlessa is there, and she could tell you more than I could. With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, my lady. You have been most helpful.
No probs, no probs. Oh. War Codex entries. The Sacred Ashes of Andraste. Only one person witnessed Mepharath's betrayal. Havard the Aegeus. Hey, we totally have a shield named that. A childhood friend of Methrath, he accompanied his chief to the meeting with Tevinters, not realizing what was planned. When he understood that Methrath was giving Andraste over to be executed, Havard, unwillingly to draw swords against his friend and liege, placed himself between Andraste and the Tevinter soldiers. The Tevinters struck him down, and Mepharath left him for dead. Gravely wounded, Havard made his way to the gates of Minrathos to stop the execution. When he reached it, the terrible deed was already done. The armies on their plains long since dispersed. Havard, cursing his weakness, gathered the earthly remains of Andraste that had been left to the wind and the rain, and wept. When his fingers touched the pile of ash, his ears filled with song. And he saw before him a vision of Andraste, dressed in cloth made of starlight. She knelt at his side and said, "The Maker shall never forget you so long as I remember." The song faded, and the visions with it, and Havard was alone, but his wounds were healed. With new strength, Havard took up the ashes of Our Lady and bore them back to the lands of the Alamari. From Thetis Myths and Legends by Brother Genetivi. Man, that guy writes a lot of books. Update on Arl Eamon. He fell ill with a mysterious condition. Even magic cannot cure it.
And when the Maker spoke,
Please, we came here to...
Oh, the Maker. There was no word, for heaven or for earth, for sea or sky. All that existed was silence. Then the voice of the Maker rang out, the first word, and his word became all that might be. Dream and idea, hope and fear, endless possibilities. And from it made his firstborn. And he said to them, In my image I forge you. To you I give dominion over all that exists. But your will, by your will, may all things be done. Then in the center of heaven he called forth a city with towers of gold, streets with music for cobblestones, and banners which flew without wind. There he dwelled, waiting to see the wonders his children would create. The children of the Maker gathered before his golden throne, and sang hymns of praise unending. But their songs were the songs of the cobblestones. They shone with the golden light reflected from the Maker's throne. They held forth the banners that flew on their own. And the voice of the Maker shook the fade, saying, In my image I have wrought my firstborn. You have been given dominion over all that exists. By your will all things are done, yet you do nothing. The realm I have given you is formless, ever-changing. And he knew he had wrought amiss. So the Maker turned from his firstborn and took from the fade a measure of its living flesh, and placed it apart from the spirits, and spoke to it, saying, Here I decree opposition in all things, for earth, sky, for winter, summer, for darkness, light. By my will alone is balance sundered, and the world given a new life. And no longer was it formless, ever-changing, but held fast, immutable. With words from heaven and for earth, sea and sky, at last did the Maker from the living world make men, immutable as the substance of the earth, with souls made of dream and idea, hope and fear, endless possibilities. Then the Maker said, To you, my second-born, I grant this gift. In your heart shall burn an unquenchable flame, all-consuming and never satisfied. From the fade I crafted you, and to the fade you shall return, each night in dreams, that you may always remember me. And then the Maker sealed the gates of the golden city, and there he dwelled, waiting to see the wonders his children would create.
Get away from the fighting!
Word to spell, fear and egg.
It's terrible. So many come to Lothering, seeking refuge, only to find that we can offer little more than prayer. Does the Maker see our plight? Is he moved by this destruction? I apologize. The Maker's plan is too grand for me to fathom, especially at times like this. The Chant of Light.
What are they chanting?
Surely you know it. Perhaps you haven't heard these verses before. The entire chant takes weeks to sing and is only done straight through at the Grand Cathedral in Val Royeaux. Here we can only sing a few verses per week and finish anew each first day. May the Maker watch over you. May the light of the Maker guide your path.
Fuck it.
When the prophet Andraste was burned by the Magisters, the Maker turned away from his creations. We gain his forgiveness by spreading Andraste's teachings. The Maker will return when the chant is sung from the four corners of the world.
That sounds like an excuse to spread the Chantry's influence.
Soul denied the Maker's light just for the misfortune of having been born outside the Chantry's influence. Everyone deserves redemption, my friend. May the Maker watch over you.
Okay. I don't know, I just thought maybe asking more questions we'd get a few more codex entries, but no.
Accurate likeness of Andraste. Maybe she was ugly. Maybe she had buck teeth. How will we know?
Then shall the Maker return to us.
Okay.
Then shall the Maker return to the...
Adventures of the Black Fox. Born Lord Remy Vascal in 863 Blessed, the Black Fox was a dashing thief and rogue who went on to inspire so many tales of his exploits that it is nearly impossible to determine today which are true and which are merely fabricated legend. Despite coming from nobility, he has become something of a hero, of the common people. His initial exploits involved ridiculing the tyrannical and powerful lord of Valshaven. Wearing a mask, he would appear in public and disrupt the lord's plans to point that the lord angrily put a huge bounty on the life of this cunning fox, the origin of the nickname, which stuck. That the primary bounty hunter who took the job, Carloas, ended up becoming Remy's lifelong partner in crime, only after nearly killing him several times, is one of the most popular tales told in taverns today. The story is often exaggerated to make Remy appear initially buffoonish, until Carlos becomes so furious at the Black Fox's inexplicable ability to survive, that which impresses Carlos so much that the bounty hunter joins him. After years of terrorizing the Lord's men and foiling his tax collectors, a favorite pastime of Remy's, according to the Orlesian commoners, Remy was supposedly betrayed by his lover, Servana de Montfort, in some versions of the tale a mage of the circle no less, and captured. After more than a year of torture, Remy was rescued from prison by his compatriots, including a repentant Servana, and together they escaped Orlais. In this period of Remy's adventure, he appears almost everywhere in Thedas. And his legend grew. More innkeepers and merchants were happy to claim that the Black Fox had visited their village or establishment and performed some legendary feat. If the tales are to be believed, Remy led the Lord's men on a merry chase. He became embroiled in political intrigue in Navarra, was hunted by the crows of Antiva, and then kidnapped by a powerful mage in Teventer. In each situation, Remy escaped death at the last moment, foiled the evildoer, and improved life for the poor and downtrodden. Then inevitably, he rejoined his band of adventurers and moved on to the next land. His companions Carlos and Servana, the wise dwarf Bolek, and the tempestuous knight Sir Clementus have each spawned their own individual legends over the years. The stories all agree that at some point, the Black Fox disappeared. He and his fellow adventurers voyaged into the heart of the Arlethan forest, seeking the sunken city of the elves, and never returned. Many more are the tales that expand on what ultimately happened to them in the forest, and postulate on how they could someday be rescued. Ooh, that would be such a fun, completely unnecessary side quest in the new game. Finding the Black Fox and his people in the sunken city. That'd be sick. The Adventures of the Black Fox by Gaston Garault. 9/11 Dragon. Okay. What did that update? The Urn of Sacred Ashes. Interesting. Fearing that Mephrath's supporters would defile them, Havard took the ashes of Andraste to a secluded place high in the mountains, and there he carved from the living rock an urn to hold them. Time passed, and the whereabouts of the urn faded from memory. Perhaps it was the Maker's will that only the most worthy should find his beloved's final resting place. Now we have only the legends, such as that of the Chevalier Lothar, who quested to find the urn to save his dying daughter, and either found it in time to cure her, or returned 100 years after her death. The ballads end less than certain at that point. More on the myths and legends. Success!
I'm sorry, I cannot talk now. I must feed the holy brazier to ensure the flame never dies. It represents the flames that burned Andraste herself. Do you know the tale? The prophet was burned in the ancient city of Minrathus before the ancient mages she had fought. Instead of dying in pain as the mages wanted, she was purified by the fire and taken by the Maker into the heavens to stand forever at his side. We are all sinners. The fire symbolizes our hope that forgiveness is possible. Thus, we all serve by feeding its flames.
Aren't there easier ways to keep the fire going?
The dwarves have offered us coal and special rocks. Even the Circle of Magi volunteered to provide magical flames. If that isn't irony, I don't know what is. The flame means little without the act of remembering and atoning for our sins.
I think I understand. Thank you.
I wish you well.
Leave you alone then.
And when the Maker
Yes,
spoke,
thank you, sir.
chant of light
Nope, can't go up the
scattered
stairs
in
in this one.
the word
Can I talk to you? No.
fear and ignorance.
Not happening.
Oh, we need a key for that. Oh, wait. Sorry. Can I steal? I don't think I can steal. The Imperial Chantry. There are those who would tell you that the Chantry is the same everywhere as it is here, that the divine in Val-Rael reigns supreme in the eyes of the Maker, and that this fact is unquestioned throughout Thedas. Do not believe it. The Maker's second commandment, magic must serve man, not rule over him, never held the same meaning within the ancient Tevinter Imperium as it did elsewhere. The Chantry there interpreted the rule as meaning that mages should never control the minds of other men, and that otherwise their magic should benefit the rulers of men as much as possible. When the clerics of Tevinter altered the chant of light to reflect this interpretation of the commandment, the divine in Val-Rael ordered the clerics to revert the original chant. They refused, claiming corruption within Val-Rael, an argument that grew until 487 Towers. The Chantry in Tevinter elected its own legitimate and uncorrupted divine Valhil, who was not only male, but also happened to be one of the most prominent members of the Tevinter Circle of Magi. This black divine was reviled outside Tevinter, his existence an offense to the Chantry in Val-Rael. After 4 exalted marches to dislodge these rebels, all that the Chantry in Val-Rael accomplished was to cement the separation. While most aspects of the Imperial Chantry's teachings are the same, prohibitions against magic have been weakened and male priests have been more prevalent. The Circle of Magi today rules Tevinter directly ever since the Archon Nomarian was elected in 734 Storm, directly from the ranks of enchanters, to great applause from the public. He dispensed with the old rules forbidding mages from taking part in politics, and within a century the true rulers within the various imperial houses, the mages, took their places openly within the government. The imperial divine is now always drawn from the ranks of the first enchanters, and operates as divine and grand enchanter both. This is utter heresy to any member of the Chantry outside of Tevinter. A return to the days of the Magisters, which brought the blights down upon us, but it exists, and even though we have left the Tevinter Imperium to the mercies of the dread Kunari, they still have endured. Further confrontation between the Black Divine and our so-called White Divine is inevitable. From Edicts of the Black Divine by Father David of Canaris, 811 Blessed. Nope, okay.
Will you be making a donation to the Chantry, my friend? You look like you have salvaged more of value than most who make it here. I am the revered mother of this Chantry. Traditionally, those who seek my blessing tithe first.
Oh, okay, I see how that is. Well.
Farewell to you then, my daughter.
Don't really have any reason to talk to her until we find out about Sten anyway. How did that guy get back there? Okay.
So I take it you did not enjoy your Templar training?
That's directed at me, I take it.
Do you see any others about who have failed at their religious instruction?
I didn't fail, I was brave wardens.
And if you had not been recruited, what would have happened instead?
I would have turned into a drooling lunatic, slaughtered the Grand Cleric, and run through the streets of Denham in my small clothes, I guess.
So
How is it
in my
that
small
10
clothes.
Loghain survived when even the Grey Wardens didn't make it out of that place down south?
I heard he saw just in time what those Grey Wardens were doing and saved his men. He's a hero, that's what he is.
Too bad he couldn't save poor
He's a hero, that's what he is. He's a liar, that's what he is.
Hello, stranger. I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps? Old man Barlin said that Darkspawn may be coming soon. He's got traps on his farm. I figured I'd put a few on my lands. Barlin wants to poison his traps. I just want normal traps. He doesn't have any poison yet, thank the Maker. He can be a bit eccentric. I didn't mean...
Okay, sorry. Nope, that's fine. I'll come back when I can make traps.
Have a care where your eyes linger, Alistair.
Yes, well, don't worry. It's not what you think.
I see.
I was looking at your nose.
And what is it about my nose that captivates you so?
I was just thinking that it looks exactly like your mother's.
I hate you so much.
What?
What?
Never mind.
It's done, naturally.
You got a bed for the night. You taken care of.
Actually, I was more hoping I could help you.
Right now, we need beds, food, and an end to all these sad sots. I don't suppose you know anything of tonics, medicines, or herbs.
Yeah.
Then you may be able to do us all manner of travellers come through, many injured or sick. We do our best, but we're out of supplies. There's medicinal herbs in the woods to the north. If you make a few poultices, I'll scrape together some sort of payment. I'll write all you need to know in this note here.
Oh, well, thank you, ma'am.
How dare you accuse me of thievery? I saw you take the supplies from my car.
You do not seem a refugee. You're part of the army.
These darkspawn corrupt the earth. The
You
air
must
turns
folk
to
are all
blackness.
thieves and
Even
liars.
if they are defeated,
Enough.
can we ever
People here
return
are
home?
already desperate and frightened. They don't need you two coming to blows.
But what about my food?
I said enough.
That
But
marshman
what
stole from me.
about
I know
my
it.
food?
The carnage we left in the wilds was horrible.
Shokebasi. Abana kyun. Maras shokra. Anan sam kyun. You aren't one of my captors. I have nothing to say that would amuse you, elf. Leave me in peace. I'm in a cage, am I not?
Who put you here?
I've been placed here by the Chantry. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples. If you haven't heard of us, that is
Kunari.
your own shortcoming. Though it matters little
Okay.
now, I will die soon enough.
This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would also suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate.
Well, lucky for you.
No doubt.
I myself
What
need
help
a
do you
skilled
seek?
help. I'm sworn to
Blight.
defend the land against the Blight.
Are you a Grey Warden, then? Surprising.
Indeed.
My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true.
Bitch, I will cut you down.
Perhaps if you
Reverend
told
Mother,
her
let
the
you
Grey
free.
Wardens need my assistance, it seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here.
True.
Farewell, then.
Eaten alive
We'll
by
be back.
Darkspawn. That's cruel. I wonder why the revered mother's so afraid of him.
Chastened. The Chastened Wilders have lived in the Kokari Wilds since the first wars with the Alamari drove them southward a millennium ago. According to their own lore, they had always been a forest-dwelling people that adapted quickly to their new home. Game and fish are plentiful in the wetlands, and the Chastened thrived. For a time, they and the hill-dwelling Avars were true threats to the northern lowlands. The Deventer Imperium had arrived and was hard-pressed to keep back the waves of the invasions from the south and the west. The fortress of Ostagar was built specifically to watch for Chastened hordes venturing north of the tree line. It was not until the legendary warrior Hafter soundly defeated the Chastened in the first half of the Divine Age that the question of their ability to contest the lowlands was settled permanently. Today the Chastened are considered largely peaceful, though their ways are still primitive compared to our own. In the Kokari Wilds, they live in the strange-looking huts built on stilts, or even built into the great treetops. They paint their faces and are split into small tribes ruled by shamans like those amongst the Avars. There are many tales of these shamans having learned their magic from the witches of the wilds. Witches that inspire as much terror as they do awe and gratitude, even if there is no definitive proof they exist. In particular, the tale of Flemeth, the greatest witch of the wilds, is celebrated among all tribes. While there is no way to know how many there are in the wilds today, few travelers that pass through the forest tell of Chastened eking out an existence even in the frozen wastelands of the far south. One can assume that should the Chastened ever organize themselves once more, we might have reason to fear them here in Ferelden. We ignore them at our peril. Sister Petrine. Now let's read about Sten. Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing of regret. The northern islands are remote, lush jungles that harbor cities rumored to be the most extraordinary ever built. There are the lands of the Canary, lands that no foreign eyes ever see. Only the stories of the three exalted waged against the giants have reached the south, until the arrival of Sten. The stoic giant in the cage was surely the strangest thing the people of Lothering had ever seen, until the blight struck. I think that would be potentially accurate if they would have given him horns. But they didn't. And that's why I don't care what people say about the changing look of everything. The Darkspawn, the Canary, because they haven't looked the same in a single game yet.
Well, look what we have here then. I think we've just been blessed.
Uh-oh. Loghain's men.
Uh-oh.
Didn't we spend all morning asking about an elf by this very description? And everyone said they hadn't seen one.
It seems we would.
Well, I just got here now.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for trouble. These are no doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
They're more than that. Now stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as them.
It looks like you want to fight.
Right.
I'm happy to oblige.
Time for more practice.
Oh my gosh. This is a bar fight scene. Hell yeah.
Battle it is then.
Alright, battle it is then. Excuse me, pardon me.
Right, you've won. We surrender.
Good.
Very
They've
well.
learned their lesson and we can all stop fighting now.
They aim to butcher us. They deserve no mercy. I don't want them reporting to Look. No, take a message to Loghain. What's your game? He'll have to do better.
I'll tell
than
him.
this.
Right away. Now. Thank you.
I apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help.
The introduction to an Orlesian accent. I see. And where does a sister learn to fight like that?
Many of us had more colorful lives before we joined. Let me introduce myself. I am Liliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Oh, I was. They said you were a Grey Warden. I'm surprised you're an elf, but elves must want the Blight defeated as much as humans, no? I know after what happened you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along.
Okay.
The Maker
Why
told
so
me
eager? Right. I believe this is where I back away slowly. The Maker's on my side. Welcome aboard, then. Can you elaborate? Yeah, let's just take it that he's on our side.
I knew the Maker had sent a true dream. A vision that by serving you, I serve his holy plan.
Perhaps your skull was cracked worse than I thought.
Thank you. I appreciate being given this chance. I will not let you down.
Aww, that's so nice. You will not let us down. Oh,
As I
Blackstone
live
liaison.
and breathe, you're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking about.
Okay. I feel like that's not very good
I represent
that
the
everyone's
Blackstone
talking about
Irregulars.
us.
We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day. With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more. Our
Sure,
leaders
how can I
thought
be of
you might
service?
willing to help. Each of our posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens. Thank you.
Well, take a look.
When you've completed a mission, just return to me or any of our members stationed at an Irregulars post. We'll make sure your efforts are rewarded. Maker's blessings light your path.
Thank you, good sir. Scraping the barrel, dereliction of duty. Oops, 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 getting caught. Danal,
Make more
what do you have
trouble.
for us?
We've about all we can stand in Lothering now.
I'm not looking to make more trouble. Sorry
They had
about the
it
mess.
coming, and they were trouble enough themselves. So long as you don't start more, I won't get excited. Right then, name's Denal. Sorry I can't chat much. As you see, we've a full house.
Have you heard any rumors?
Funeral in Denerim for King Key. The Grand Cleric called for a full day of mourning, and there was a procession a mile long passing by the brazier. It's too bad they don't have a body to properly burn. What happened to him at the hands of those creatures, it's unthinkable. Anything else I can get you?
Anything else I can get you?
That monster killed
what about the
3
canary
families,
outside?
torn them up like a beast. The cage is too good for him, but it's the Chantry's idea of mercy. I hear that Tyr
Any more
Logan,
rumors?
the regent, is calling for new levies of troops. He wants to rebuild the army we lost at Astagar. Thing is, there's not a lot of spare men to be found.
Excuse me.
Out of Dragon's Peak, there's press gangs roaming around, grabbing any free man they can lay their hands on. Anything else I can get you?
Anything
Luck
else I can
speed your
get you?
way.
I'll be gone. Geez, customer.
I don't want.
Sorry,
You're
Barlin.
about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the Chantry. I got other gear to sell. You did?
Don't worry about him. I took care of it.
Well, I don't know what to say to that. Thanks.
Show me what you've got. Okay, sell that, sell one of those. Sell that. Gives us bonus against dark spawn. Oh.
You're here about... I got other gear to sell. Check the chanter's board by the chantry. There's good jobs there. I don't suppose you know anything about poison. I figured if I kept asking, I'd find someone. I'd pay good coin for some simple poison. Something to slow them beasties down, or make them think twice. Thanks. I might have some ingredients in stock. Don't really know what you need.
No, you actually don't. Okay. 3 flasks of venom. Okay. Alright, I already have
Any luck with that poison? Oh, you're here to see my stuff. Splendid.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, refugee
I just play what the
parts.
innkeep asks. We need his coin to travel north.
Please, I must continue playing, else I earn no coin tonight.
As if we needed more fighting here. Don't you see how scared everyone is?
Okay, sorry, man.
I don't like this place. Why did...
Moving on.
I'll have no fighting in my kitchen. Out with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I still don't have food to sell.
Okay.
Got a cousin in the Templars who says the mages in the tower out on Lake Callanhard are all turning into demons.
Have any luck finding herbs in the woods? This will help me.
Lothering doesn't
Some claw
have
traps.
any more beds
Oh.
for refugees, but they keep coming. A lean harvest.
Damn. Okay. Actually going to...
Indeed.
Just so we can talk to the revered
You
mother.
do not truly think I look as my mother does, do you?
Have you really been thinking about that all this time?
I am simply curious.
And not insecure in the slightest, I'm sure.
I think I look nothing like her.
I don't know. Give it a few hundred years and it'll be a spot-on match.
I said that I look nothing like her.
All right, got it. Totally different. I see that now.
I'm glad that they decided to really focus on the party banter in the day 1 too, because, man. Nothing beats Alistair and Morrigan traveling together, just hating on each other the whole time.
Good day, Sister Liliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
Is there something I can do for you then?
I'm a Grey Warden, I need your help.
Oh dear. You put me in a difficult position. You must know that Tairn Loghain declared the Grey Wardens to be outlaws. You have not heard. The Tairn claims that the Grey Wardens are responsible for the King's death. There is a price on your head. Lay low, and I promise to keep your presence a secret. That is the best I can do. Now, if there is nothing else...
Actually, I want to talk about Sten.
It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you?
Woo! Is there anything I can... I want
Then
him
his
freed. I
next
might have
victims
used
might
Let's try
count
that.
you and me as their murderers.
Oh. Ooh, I can intimidate her, but that wouldn't be nice. I was thinking
And what do
might
you
bring
say
some
on
into
this,
my custody.
Liliana? You know your friend better than I.
These are unusual times, Your Reverence. With us, the Kunari might do some good. I am sure of it, in fact.
Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you. Take these keys to his cage and make her watch over you.
Thank you, Your Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
But it might be, because I think I'm gonna have you do a little. Oh, we're just gonna see what happens. Just gonna see. Oh, okay.
Right away.
Yes? What can I do for you? I knew this
Here's a
time
letter.
would come. I should have listened to my sister. Sure, sign the paper, she said. You'll enjoy some coin now, but they'll be back. I guess I'll see you on the front lines.
Are you daft?
Okay.
On my way. No, I
Key?
didn't think so.
Nope, not the key. No, nope, from her.
Sorry.
Nope.
I'm sorry, but I must prepare the Chantry's vestments before we flee. There is very little time.
Okay, well that lady's definitely not gonna have them. Whoops. Sorry, Liliana. Oh, fuck. Okay, whatever.
Don't think so.
Nope, okay, well. I just simply don't know who would have it.
What now?
So there was nothing to steal from the Reverend Mother. Okay, well. Last shot.
Are you daft?
Okay, I don't know.
So, let me get this straight. You were a cloistered sister?
You must have been a brother before you became a Templar, no?
I never actually became a Templar. I was recruited into the...
You wish something more of me? I confess, I did not think the priesthood, so set me free and I will follow you against the Blight. And so
Very
it
well,
is
I'll let you
done.
act.
I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement. May we proceed?
Thank you, Sten. Glad to have
I
you
am
with us.
eager to be elsewhere.
Blood and damnation.
Oh my gosh, I haven't saved this whole time. Well, I haven't been too worried about dying, I guess. Give us some frost weapons. Shield cover, shield defense. What is that? Oh. Item set bonus. Does this even make any sense? Let's go this way first.
And done.
We done heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Kalen, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
They will approach the sea.
Attack!
Which one first?
You need help? Off I go.
Looks like you guys are definitely not going to put up a fight against the Darkspawn.
Away with you,
Help
foul
our
creatures!
favorite dwarves.
Leave us alone!
Darkspawn, hey?
And I'm off.
Right, what I was
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much
Sandal.
obliged. The name's Bodon Fiddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been
Hello,
mighty
my boy.
dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
Yeah, I mean,
Grey
I doubt you
Wardens.
want to travel with Grey Warden.
My, that does rather explain a lot. No offense, but I suspect there's more excitement on your path than my boy and I can handle. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune, Dad.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess
Goodbye.
cleaned up, shall we? We'll be off as soon as this mess is cleaned up. Thank you kindly for all your assistance. We'll be off as soon as this mess is cleaned up. Thank you kindly for all your assistance.
Hello. Save in there.
Let's wipe them out
Yep,
quickly.
there they are. Oh, it's bandits.
Yes.
Watch it!
You running away? Oh, you guys are gonna aggro the wolves.
Oh, right.
The other bandits. Let you heal. Probably shouldn't have given you the greater, but it's fine.
Not bad. You will learn to fear me. Off me and you shall pay.
Alright. Oh, we get to pick a specialization. Plus 2 dexterity, plus 2.5 critical chance. Willpower and cunning. Dexterity, damage and hit. Or con in nature. Stealth and efficiency. I feel like this makes more sense, but I do like being able to call in extra reinforcements. I'll go with that. Dex cunning. And another one on cunning. Sure. Sure, why not? Oh, wait, actually. See it? Harvard Aegeus, right there. Harvard's, not Harvard. And I don't think we have any... Oh, we do. Alright. Just checking out the farmland. Oh, there's some Alfred. Trying to make sure we get all the bandits. There's gonna be some spiders over here. Not over here, but
Success!
we will run into them in a moment. There's the other Alfred. Oh, my dog's gonna be really interested in this tree. Mabari dominance. Just that. Let's see. In the cloister, away from the fuss and flurry of the cities, I found peace. And in that stillness, I could hear the Maker. That's not really it. A lay sister of the Chantry who can beat the stuffing out of trained mercenaries would be notable enough. But one who also claims to have been sent to fight the Darkspawn by the Maker himself is unusual, to say the least. Mabari dominance. Mabari hounds are descended from pack hunters, and like their ancestors, they are highly influenced by a defined order of dominance. The primary method of determining that order is by claiming territory through scent marking major landmarks. Once established, the dominant Mabari gains a substantial increase in confidence and stature within his territory, a trait that indirectly benefits Master of the Hound as well. To the imitable Grey Warden. Your deeds have spread since the tragedy of Ostgar, and I find myself in need of one such as you. I'm Raynor, captain of the venerable Blackstone Irregulars, and I hope to win your trust. The Irregulars have come on hard times since the war with Orlais, but I have fought to improve their reputation. Gone are the days of my father's shady deals with unscrupulous nobles in Denerim. No, I have trained a guild filled with honorable men ready to fight for Ferelden. I'm proud to say that I have seen your own Grey Wardens as sort of a model. We're not perfect. My own son advocates a move back to the more lucrative way my father ran the guild. But we are steadfast. It is in this context that I ask for your help, and I promise we will reward you accordingly. Should you be willing, please find letters in this box and others like it all over the land, and carry out the requests therein. For this matter, consider requests from my son as if they came from myself. And thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Whether you choose to assist us or not, you are doing the Maker's work, Warden. I am honored to work with you. Randler. Letter of conscription. Dear friend, you are receiving this letter because you or someone else placed your name on an article of conscription, thereby pledging your life to the Blackstone Irregulars. With war looming on all fronts, the Irregulars must build their numbers. We are forced to call upon those who have sworn their assistance to make good on those oaths. Say farewell to your friends and family. While you may return to them, you must prepare them for the possibility that this will be your last day together. Your sacrifice is appreciated. Taryn. Oh, more quest related. Oh, Yep, this one. Maleficarum regrets. I won't go back. Let them hunt and dread finding me. But you, Melis, should not live this life. It would please me if you found a life in the Circle Tower. I left a few things there, mostly stolen from the enchanters. Sell them to fund a new path. The cache is in the study area, middle alcove. Goodbye. Belgrus. Oops. Alright. Let's go take care of these dudes. Oh no, I died.
Very well.
Well, that's not good. So you did eat it. Have another pup.
I shall do it. Let's finish this.
I feel like these are not doing what they should be doing.
Very well.
Computer assisted. Not good.
As you wish.
Fuck.
Begin the onslaught. You will learn to fear me.
Okay. Well, sorry about that, guys.
Yes.
Right.
Sorry.
I am here.
It's done, naturally.
Okay. Alright. Go return to the chancery board. Get our rewards. Ah, there's a chest I missed.
Let him take notice and shine upon thee, for thou hast done his work this day.
Oh, great, now there'll be bears out there.
Where are you from?
For a foundation built of marble or any precious metal is worthless.
Don't suppose you'll... All right.
Firebomb recipe. Is it worth it? Let me wait. Let's see. Little tiny dogs holding up the bridge. Cute. Alright. Okay, we gotta find the corpse. Take care of the bears and the spiders. And then I think we can get out of here. Okay. There's the wolves.
Going.
Pipes of that. He's been mauled.
Yes.
Here's her body.
Perhaps we should have a drink since
Summon a wolf. Alright. go take care of the bears. There's a death ray.
Yes. And I'm off.
Take the elf fruit they were guarding, and now we'll take care of the spiders.
Don't look now, but... Well, look now.
And I'm off.
Now we get our hands dirty.
Alright, nothing else. Can't go down that. There we go.
The path of righteousness is full of hardship, but the Maker smiles upon its travelers. And the stars stood still, the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
Okay. Alright. Let's see if we can talk to Sir Brian again and tell him we're Grey Wardens.
Hello again. What can I do for you? I see. That is certainly worthy of notice. Tern Loghain declared all Grey Wardens traitors responsible for the King's death. You know this, I hope. I don't believe the Grey Wardens would be as careless or malicious as the Tern claims, but either way, there it is. It is best you not linger, though, just in case.
Okay.
I cannot
Is there any help you
openly
can offer?
help you, I fear, but here, take this key. It opens the large cabinet on the far wall. There is more there than we can carry when we evacuate, so take what you need. Travel safely.
Okay, I'll go.
And may the Maker watch over you.
Woohoo.
Over with.
But what's in here? Okay, some nice elven boots. Ooh, an Oath Keeper. Nice. 15 strength. Okay, that won't be too hard. Mine reduce hostility, though. I like that. Oh, I can't wear them yet. I need more strength. killed 131 darkspawn. I think one of the goals for this playthrough is to try to get the 1,000, like, darkspawn killed
Just how smart
achievement.
Mabari is supposed to be, anyway. Do you think they
Not sure
understand
how
everything we say?
that'll work, though.
Oh, is that so? You could just be listening to the tone of my voice. You could be an utter moron for all we know. Hey, hey, hey now! There's nothing saying that a moron can't be cute and adorable. Who's the cute and adorable puppy? Ignorance is bliss, isn't it? That's what the Chantry kept telling me anyhow.
To the banner and not the archdemon.
Bad dreams, huh? Well, it is real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too. That's what I'm here
Thanks,
for.
Alistair, appreciate it.
Deliver unpleasant news and witty one-liners.
Witty
Anyhow,
one-liners.
you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Quest enchantment.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Feddick, at your service. Once
Bodon
again,
Feddick.
I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Warden? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes? Wonderful.
Free stay.
Thank the kind lady, won't you, boy?
Thank you, kind lady.
We won't be a bother to you and your
Thank you,
companions,
kind
I assure
lady.
you. If you should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me. You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you'll be...
Okay, I'm gonna buy all of his gifts. We'll do that later. And we got sandal. Well, huzzah, we did it. We finished Lothering. Alright. Once again, thank you for tuning in.